Brother Greg Saunders. Dr. Scott and his lovely wife, visiting dignitaries, to the family of Dr. Scott, and all of you. Day. I would just like to say I love it when a plan comes together. And it gives me a great deal of pleasure to just have a small part in that plan. To all of us. And of course we can't forget all of you, because you're what it's all about. When you stop caring and sharing, then there's nothing left to even enjoy. So a day like this is really what Portsmouth is all about. And so on behalf of Trinity Lodge number 9, Dr. Scott, front and center, please. On behalf of Trinity Lodge number 9, I'd like to present you with this plaque, which reads as follows. Presented to Dr. James F. Scott.
All men, you are indeed a giant among all men. So no one ever told me that we had a black giant, but if there is one, you are definitely a giant. I wish to congratulate Trinity Lodge number 9, the officers and members who carried out the designs on the trestle board and recommended that this event take place. I want to commend the officers, the mayor of the city of Portsmouth, and the members of city council for thinking positively and honoring that request and making this day possible. Dr. Scott, you deserve this, and there's many other things you deserve. When all the contributions to the citizens of this community
today to stand in for Richard Graham and present this proclamation to Dr. James F. Scott. Whereas the City Council of the City of Portsmouth, Ohio, as a whole and as individuals, deem it an honor to recognize Dr. James Forrest Scott. And whereas the entire Scioto County area continues to reap benefits from Dr. James Forrest Scott, and whereas Dr. James Forrest Scott was Scioto County Coroner serving from 1954 until January 1st, 1975. And whereas Dr. James Forrest Scott has given so very much to others in so many different ways. And whereas Dr. James Forrest Scott believes in God, family, and country, and has demonstrated that belief in every aspect of his life. And whereas the City of Portsmouth, in taking this opportunity to honor Dr. Scott by renaming certain streets to Dr. James F. Scott Drive East, Dr. James F. Scott Drive West, and Dr. James F. Scott Place. Now therefore I, Richard Graham, Mayor of the City of Portsmouth, Ohio, do hereby proclaim September 1st, 1984 as Dr. James Forrest Scott Day, and urge all citizens to join in giving honor to Dr. James Forrest Scott on this, his special day. In witness whereof I have hereunto subscribed my name this first day of September in the year of our Lord, 1984, Richard Graham, Mayor. Dr. Scott.
There is one more presentation, and then we'll give the honoree a chance to get up here and have a few remarks. Doc, you didn't know about this. We purposely positioned this up here so you couldn't see it. is a souvenir sign. Joanne. This is a souvenir street sign that will be presented to you to place however you see fit. It's in memento of the street signs that were unveiled today. It reads, Dr. James F. Scott Place, Dr. James F. Scott Drive West, Dr. James F. Scott Drive East. Without further ado, the man of the hour, Dr. James F. Scott, Sr.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to see so many out. Now, the speakers that have preceded me have said practically everything that has to be said, so they don't leave much for me to say. But first, I want to thank everybody that helped prepare this great dedication. And it is indeed with deep humility and with a tinge of sadness that I accept this dedication as a lasting and everlasting memory that will indeed be a pleasure for the rest of my life. Now, I think I've just about covered everything, and I thank you all for coming out. And I know you're tired sitting, and I think a reception will follow. I believe that's my understanding. And thank all of you for coming out, and God bless you.
Okay, hold it. That's not it yet, folks. Now comes the big part. We're going to have the ribbon cutting ceremony now. If we can have the dignitaries to please everybody hold your place. If Dr. Scott, if you and Miss Scott will file off the stage here and line up down front here, followed by the dignitaries, then we will have the ribbon cutting ceremony. We'd like all the brothers from Trinity Lodge that are present today, if you would, also get out here. We're going to need your assistance. We're going to stretch the ribbon. The ribbon will go from the former Old 12th Street, now titled Dr. James F. Scott Place. We will stretch the ribbon from there, across this area, down across James F. Scott Drive East, and then we'll have ribbon cutting ceremony. So everyone, please just hold your place. While we're lining up, I have a thing or two to tell you. This program, contrary to some comments and questions, there have been questions, phone calls, what city councilman thought this up, so on and so forth. This whole idea was born one Saturday night in the house of Arthur Langford Sr. How that came about, Trinity Lodge annually recognizes Black History Week, which is celebrated in February of each year. I had the honor of being the chairman of the Black History program for Trinity Lodge for calendar year 1984. We were trying to decide just what we wanted to do this year, and I thought it would be kind of nice that instead of honoring a national figure, Martin Luther King, something to that line, we would honor a local figure. To make a long story short, here's where we are today. It was Trinity that sponsored this, but it couldn't have been done without the cooperation of many, many people throughout the community, both in government and in private practice. So we are happy that everyone was able to turn out and participate. we're now organizing here for the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Back up some.
Will the rest of the Scott family please fall in behind Doc and Mrs. Scott, please? Will the family please come in behind them?
Move the ribbon forward a little bit. Here, Jim, you get over here first. Oh. Well, that's okay. Easy, that's all. Huh?
I'm not Okay. You're going to cut? Okay. Right now. We dedicate these streets, Dr. James F. Scott East, Dr. James F. Scott Drive West, and Dr. James F. Scott Place.
Now, please, we'd like to have a few pictures here with the family and the brothers, Dr. Scott and so forth. Let's have all the brothers that are present from Trinity Lodge. If all the brothers with a symbol up here, we want to have a group picture of the brothers and Dr. Scott.
Very nice. Really.
All present brothers of Trinity Lodge number 9, please assemble in front of the podium.
Let's hurry up and close up so we can get this picture.
Don't quit laugh.
Hold up a minute, hold up. There you go. Can you take it from here? Hold just a minute, let's just get this video. Let's get a video. Can you see me, boss? Yeah, I got you. You got to get me in here. Smile, you're on the camera now. Where's the video? Got it? He got it. He's supposed to get it. Got it, James? How you doing? Get about to see Mr. Corbett Bobber. I saw her earlier. You got it? Got
got it?
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, now let's have the rest of the Scott family up here with Doc and Mrs. Scott. So Doc and Mrs. Scott come this way, sir.
I'll get out.